Round number 3. So the fourth and final round on its way as Lenin Castillo, again, checking your scorecard, Jay. He's obviously way ahead on points. It would take certainly a knockout for Enriquez to have any shot at winning this fight.
Yeah, on my unofficial scorecard, I got it 30-27 with 1 round to go. Again, you never know what can happen, but it is unofficial, but it would take, like you say, he absolutely has to stop him for him to win this fight.
All right, we're going to take a look at some action from that third round as the straight right hand, so powerful. There it is, bang, right on the face. Here we'll see it from a different angle. First the jab, then the straight right hand, and you can just see all the frustration of Enriquez as he has been pummeled from pillar to post in the first 3 rounds. We head to the fourth and final round as Lenin Castillo attempts to remain undefeated at 5-0, tries to make it 6-0 as we go to fourth round action. Castillo in the red trunks, I'm sorry, with the white trunks with the red trim. Enriquez, white trunks, blue trim.
Well, 3 minutes for Enriquez to try to stop the flood, try to turn this ship around. But when you get really piled upon, that's the hardest thing. It's like trying to turn around the Titanic. You've dug yourself a hole, so you can't work your way out of it by just scoring. You've got to stop your opponent. The odds of that happening is this, stranger things have happened, but Enriquez is going to have the round of his life.
Lenin Castillo trying to sink the ship in front of him, known as Enriquez. That's about the only drama left for him, is to see if he can get a knockout in this round. He's had Enriquez hurt a couple of times. Had him down in round number 2, had him hurt in the 3rd round. Now let's see if he can finish off the show here before we finish off round number 4. 2 minutes to go in round number 4.
3 KOs out of 5 fights. He does have power. He does have the ability to knock his opponent out, as do all the Dominican fighters. And at this point, that's what he wants, like you said, Bob. At this point, he doesn't want it to go to the judges' cards. He wants to have the knockout. It's a great little punctuation mark for his visit to the States, and again, to set the tone for his teammates back in the locker room. He comes back, he gets the congratulations. He gets to have something to eat, kick back, and watch his friends fight, knowing he got the KO.
Just a little under a minute and a half to go in the fourth and final round. Castillo again landing a solid right hand. He's got Enriquez in trouble again in the corner. Pummels him to the body, then comes over the top with that right hand. Again, a quick warning for holding that time by referee Frank Gentile. Again, you see Castillo rip that right hand to the body.
Frank Gentile is getting his work here. He warns Enriquez yet again. He's been very patient so far, but the warnings have been for different infractions. So, you haven't seen 2 or 3 of the same infraction piling up, so he hasn't got a point taken away yet, but he does need to be careful because Frank Gentile will take, there it is right there.
There it is. He is taking a point away for holding, so that will only add to the pain of Enriquez when it comes to the scorecards in about 35 seconds. Just before that holding infraction, you saw a classic double jab right hand from Castillo, one of the prettiest combinations of the fight, as he just continues to dominate with that reach. Has Enriquez on his bicycle the whole night long. Enriquez really never able to set his feet to throw anything substantial, Jay.
Yeah, that's one of the other things that Castillo's doing so well. He's not letting Enriquez plant. He's not letting him catch his breath. He's not letting him think about what's going on with the final 10 seconds to go here in the fight. He's not letting him get off.
Final 10 seconds as Lenin Castillo finishes off with an exclamation point. A dominating performance by Lenin Castillo. As unless we get some kind of an amazing surprise, we certainly expect that he will move his record to 6-0. It'll stay at 3 knockouts as he's forced to go the 4-round distance. But, so many of these kind of fights, Jay, even though they're one-sided in nature, still, when you get a guy that's used to knocking people out, when he has to go that distance, sometimes it's as much of a mental thing as it is a physical thing. Can I go the 4 rounds at this stage of my career and not get tired?
Absolutely. On my unofficial scorecard, I got it 40. I had I got 40 points for Castillo. That last round obviously was an 8. So doing some quick math, 16 and 18. Right, so you got 36, 40 to 36. No, 40 to 34 for that gentleman right there. the big man, Lenin Castillo, out of the Dominican Republic. He looks very confident. You know, his face has not changed expression since the minute this fight started.
All right, we're going to take a look at the end of the fight as Castillo just continued to pour it on. You can see him just backing Enriquez up at will. There's that jab, just stiff, punishing all night long.
Stiff left jab.
Here comes the right hand over the top, just crushing right hand.
I mean, you can see the impossibility for Enriquez. He had to lunge forward and do a Superman punch just to try to get close enough to Castillo to hit him. And of course, Castillo punishes him on the way in. Great counter punching from the light heavyweight as well.
All right, I think it's time to head to the ring. We have the official decision. Standing by with it is our ring announcer, Mike Adams.
Damas y caballeros, un fuerte aplauso por los dos boxeadores. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for both boxers. We go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Rupert, Judge Ray, and George Flutie all scored the bout 40-34. For el ganador por decisión unánime, for your winner by unanimous decision, Lenin Castillo.
So absolutely no surprise as the judges, all three, agree in unanimous fashion, agree with my partner, Jay Adams. His scorecard also 40-34. And a pulverizing performance to start the night off for undefeated Lenin Castillo. Again, moving his record to 6-0 with 3 knockouts. Alvaro Enriquez was game. He did the best he could, but just nowhere to go against that long reach. He falls to 11-10-2 with 3 knockouts. Just the beginning of action here at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. You get a look at the